Onwards. We have work to do.
What to do? Shut up. What up, Hadley? Yeah, I did my Genshin, otherwise I'm not gonna do it. I haven't even done this. I have 6 days left. Oh my god. I forgot to do it the last like 2 days, the event. You just finished Lantern Rite? What the fuck is that? This? I haven't done anything, dude. But that's gonna change. The whole event going on? There's a whole thing going on? It's a thing? It's a whole ass thing? What up, Thunder? Like a whole story. Cool. I won't have time this weekend. That reminds me, I gotta email. Actually, I think I could do it myself. Never mind. I was gonna email someone to help me with photo edits, but I realize now that, fuck you. Lame as fuck. I told you, it's gonna change. Things are gonna change around these parts.
Barbados, guide us. Nice and
A touch of frost.
How was everyone's
Submit
day?
for-
I'm going in. Let's light it. Go this way. I'm right Teamwork is dreamwork. Wind, hear me.
You need to do it to get the free 4-star? I'm gonna do it. Man, don't I have more than a week, Hadley. Don't fucking talk to me. You're acting like a mom, okay? Let me just fucking do what I want to do, and I'll get to it, alright? No shit, I have to do it to get the fucking 4-star. God, you're such a mom. So I don't cry later. It's a fucking 4-star. I'll wipe my asshole with 4 stars, Hadley. How many banner 5 stars do you have? Don't talk down to me like you got more banner 5 stars than me.
Off we go.
Alright? I rolled a fucking birdie. No problem. That's a golf term, because I play golf with friends. It's a golf term for... basically, I got the characters... I got Without Pity... You know what? Fuck you.
I'm going in. Booba, get them.
Spirit blade.
Boom shakalaka. Man, and she left way. You hear this guy? Fucking rap god over here.
Barbados, guide us.
This guy got some bars. Oh. Right. Still alive, eh? I'm Canadian, eh? Give me that shit. I'm sad that I'm gonna be giving up Bloodborne. But I could always come back to it. Fresh start.
Submit for judgment.
Wind, hear me.
It was a sick game, but I didn't discover everything. Didn't do the DLC either for any of them. I only started the DLC for Dark Souls 1, and I didn't beat Artorias. I forgot what distracted me. My build was fucking ass, though. Ugh. Death worth finishing. What's worth finishing? Bloodborne again? Or the DLC? You think I should do the DLC now instead of Dark Souls 3? Not now, I mean this week. I'm definitely going to revisit Bloodborne. I don't think I'm going to revisit Dark Souls 2 for a long time. Though I saw someone who doesn't like Dark Souls 2 return to it. And he's a Souls player, like Souls aren't his main game. But he knows Souls games. And like for example, you know how like I went into Demon Souls and I was like, alright, I'm gonna do a magic build, so I gotta go here, gotta do this, I'm gonna kill this guy super early for no reason.
We shouldn't stay here.
This guy was doing that in Dark Souls 2, and all of a sudden it looked fucking fun. It looked so fucking fun. But I think Dark Souls 2 is gonna be shelved for a while.
Today's commission.
Thunder, what would you like to see as somebody who doesn't Souls? Would you rather see more Bloodborne DLC or see me get Dark Souls 3 over with? Keep in mind that I have a wedding on Saturday, and then I have basketball on Sunday, and then that means I'm going to be editing Monday and maybe Tuesday. And it's basketball season. It's not tournament season, but it's regular basketball season. So I'm going to have a lot of like nights where... Anyway, as a non-Souls playing asshole... What does someone of your stature like to see? Thunder? Wow, man. The fuck? What is this? You still a mango sub? Did you watch that tournament? Where he lost to Zane? After Zane and fucking Mango got 5-1 by Leffen? Are you kidding me? Do you watch all that, Thunder? What's up, Carl? We were just discussing Souls stuff. Strategy. And whether or not I should just revisit Dark Souls 2 and just be a Dark Souls 2 main. That was pretty much the gist of it, right, chat?
I swear by my sword.
Yeah, I watched it. Leffen kind of bopped them. I mean, the Mango one I wasn't surprised. But the Zane one? Leffen's fucking Sheik looked actually godlike.
From whence you came.
Like, it was so Leffen. Like, he didn't miss a single fucking part of his game plan ever. Plus Leffen's like clutch factor. Right, like you watch all these Sheiks and they have these game plans, but for some reason they don't follow the fucking flow chart. Leffen out here just fucking picking up your character and doing it better. Leffen is like, well, the Swedish players are all about fucking consistency. There's nobody more consistent than Leffen and Armada. How's your day, Carl? Hilly churl, silly churl. Dressing room. Did I get it? Oh, it's the other one. Is the ass more covered up? It's harder to see her ass. Is it flatter? Did they flatten her ass? No, that's my imagination. It's just not. Oh, that's kind of hot. The black. It's good. Cool, man. Cool, bro. I'm supposed to do Noblesse, right? I think Noblesse. Attack. Jesus, I really just put whatever. I've got a reveal later in stream. When there's more than just you fucktards. You fuck-headed fucktards. You like that name? Fucktards? What's up, Ludica? Are you a fucktard, Ludica? Hmm? Are you a little fucktard? You a little fucktard, bro? Hmm? Hurry up. Power damage bonus, energy recharge. Yeah, that's good. That's all good. Defense. I've been farming shit for a while. What about it, huh? Well, you look like a little fucktard. Fucking curly-headed fucktard. Curly-headed? Curly-haired fucktard. Your head's curly. Deal with it, bitch. Don't even get me started with all these other fucktards in chat. Fucking fucktarding about. No fucking regard for humanity. Damn, energy recharge? That's a good one. Damn, we're all just a bunch of fucktards, huh? Yeah. Better than, I've got nothing. I don't really care anymore. Ult effects. Unbelievable. Can you guys see, like, the dark circles under my eyes? Like, are they visible on stream? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Whatever. I've been farming artifacts for so long without using them that I was like, let me see what my team would be like if I artifact buffed did them. Yeesh, I've only been live for 19 minutes, 20 minutes. And I feel like I've been on for like 2 hours. Alright guys, that's a wrap. See you later. This has been a thumbs inspired stream. You know. Because Thumbs likes to just turn off his stream 20 minutes in sometimes. I hope he's already listening in.
One with my blade. From whence you came.
Fucking manhandled.
Submit for judgment.
What's up, Perry? You looking like a bitch. Aw, 5 minutes 56 seconds because I was in the menu. I wanted to see how fast that was. That couldn't have been more than 1:20. I think my personal best is 1:02 in this particular artifact domain.
Off we go.
Off we go.
Everybody stand back.
One with my blood.
Go as one.
From whence you came.
Going in. No ingredients for me today. Boba, get them. You're toast. Wait, hear me.
Spirit blade.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Damn, man. I had a flow going. I fucked it up.
Eat this. Barbados, goodness. I'm going in.
Swift and merciful. From whence you came.
Go as one.
126, that's okay. Howdy. Hello there, Anner. Anner Banana. You've been missing out on some secret streams. There have been some Discord D-Live streams. We watched midgets fight yesterday while I edited photos.
One with my blade.
Teamwork is
Oh, Ludica's been missing out too. For some reason I thought Ludica was there. He was there for, you were there when we played, oh, you were there for the fight. That's what it was.
Everybody stand back.
For some reason I just assumed you were there because, like, you and Thunder lurk.
From whence you came. Forth, my blade.
Oh, my flow, my flow, my flow, my flow. My heavy flow. Heavy, very dense, once a month flow. Where my heavy flow bitches at? Say hey. If you a bitch with a heavy flow. And it smells like pennies once a month. Say hey. I've been going to bed early. I've been doing the opposite. I've been wanting to go to bed early. In fact, I almost fell asleep before stream today. That is why it took me so long to, because I was finished with everything at like 10:40, and then I decided to eat pizza and wings, and then I sat there for like 20 minutes. I just sat at the edge of my bed, and I was like, so I pulled up a YouTube video, and I was gonna decide if I was gonna cancel stream or continue. Work got delayed tomorrow because of weather. Damn, look at Hadley go. Just fucking listing everybody off. Leave Domern. Don't trust Hadley.
Slow me down.
She's a fucktard. businesswoman Hadley. You guys know that? Hadley's a businesswoman now. She wears a suit for an online remote job. I have to buy a suit tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today, but JCPenney, don't laugh at me. JCPenney. What, did I not do it 4 times? What? Excuse me? Did I press the wrong button? I thought I did that 4 times. Oh, god damn it. JCPenney closes at 7. And that's where I was gonna get a suit from JCPenney. I wasn't gonna get it like tailored or anything. I was just gonna pray that they have bowling ball shaped suits. I figured if the basketball team from yesterday could get me a hoodie with the sleeves cut off that fit me and didn't make me look like my name is Compton, I'm not from Compton. If they could get me something like that and not make me look like that dude, I figured JCPenney could provide a suit without making me look like a fucking an uncle. You have to buy a dress too? You got invited to a formal party. Oh shit. Is it black tie? Not one up tie. Just like a tie around your neck. Formal. Ooh, you gonna wear a long flowing dress? What's the occasion, bro? See, I'm not excited for this wedding because let me tell you something. My cousin does not have good taste. I've never been impressed. And so there's no wedding to crash. I can't be fucking Owen Wilson or Vince Vaughn at this wedding. I just know this. The best looking people are all gonna be my family. Especially since my cousins are butt fucking ugly. I don't get it. I don't understand how we're related. None of my cousins are even remotely handsome. How the fuck? Our grandfather. Oh, dude, I have a photo of my grandfather. I had to... Where is this guy? Oh, he's alive! For my cousin's wedding, they have a photo of my grandfather on my mom's side. My mom had a photo of it, and they told me to take a picture, reproduce it. They wanted me to take a photo on my phone, and I'm like, these guys are fucking stupid. So then... Oh, did I do the wrong one? No, I did the right one. Some people in town got together and wanted to throw a formal event. Damn, dude, there are so many white people in Texas. When I was in middle school, there was this thing called cotillion. I don't know if this is a thing that happens everywhere, but I got invited to cotillion, which was supposed to be like a formal thing, and you're supposed to like have manners, and they teach you like etiquette. Everyone dresses up formally. This was middle school, because I went to a rich white middle school. And I remember, so sixth grade, nobody knew who the fuck I was. They just knew that I was, oh, am I out of the other item? Is that what happened? I need to collect butterflies? Okay. So yeah, they knew I was like really smart. And I still had a lisp in 6th grade, a lateral lisp. I would say chocolate, touch. You know, playing Wordle, saying touch, reach. And so I didn't really like talk much to randoms. Like I used to vet people more. Like I used to not be as open. I wouldn't initiate as much. It wasn't that I was super shy. I just didn't talk that much because I fucking hated it. Literally only 2 Hispanic people are invited. You're going to be the only ones on the fucking dance floor. Ass up, face down. Calling it the white prom? Oh my god. I got to invite 10 people. Oh shit, so you're someone's +9? It's not gonna be like you're gonna be the only one having fun because you got Hispanic blood in you. It happens every fucking time. Like only the people that season their food. There's like you're gonna have the fucking aunts who look 30 years older than they actually are, who put their hands in the air like, hey, and they're gonna do that little squat women do when they're wearing high heels. When fucking 17, da, 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 she is the dancing queen. That song. When that song starts playing, they're gonna like, hey, and they're gonna go, and then there's gonna be like rock music playing, and they're gonna dance to it. Do you know how fucking weird it is? They're just like swaying like the air balloon people outside of a fucking car dealership. They're just like doing these body movements, and then there's always gonna be that one uncle who thinks he could dance and he has no shame. He's like, come on, let's get in there. He's gonna get like really low, and his wife is gonna be super fucking embarrassed. His wife's gonna ditch him mid song, and everybody's watching because there's only 4 people on the dance floor, and then one of the younger girls is gonna come up. All these parties are exactly the same. They play out the same fucking way every time. There's going to be philosophical mom rock playing. I get so frustrated thinking about it. And then the people who put like spices in their food, they're going to dance at one point. Like they're going to play the Cupid Shuffle. And then there's going to be like robotic white people like kick now, kick now, kick now. No, right? And then there's gonna be that one brother and that one sister on the floor who are gonna be killing it. And then that dude is still gonna be like, come on, get low, come on. Oh yeah. Biting his fucking lower lip. Come on. Fucking making a fool of himself. He's the Nicholas of every party. That's every white formal event. I've dissected this shit. And then what might happen, this happens like a good 20% of the time. The janitors and the staff for the venue may or may not get involved. They're going to play one song, and that staff might get invited because white people are super friendly. And so they're going to hit the dance floor, and they're going to have that one white girl who she's got some NFL prospects on her short list of dudes she's fucked. She's gonna be like 5'2", right? Wearing a flowy dress where like if she bends over the right way, you're gonna be like, oh my god, everything's exposed. And she's gonna get low the way it should be done, and it's gonna be hot, and you're gonna be like, where did she come from? And then she's gonna disappear as fast as she showed up. This is every white party. There's always that one girl who's like super hot out of nowhere, and then she just disappears, and that's right around the same time that the janitors start getting involved. They start busting a move, and then that's after phase 1 of the token people invited, which might be you. You might be the token Hispanic. That's every white party, dude. Every white formal party. And semi-formal. I get stressed thinking about it. You're going to come back and say, David, it was exactly like you said. The rock music is going to catch you off guard. Even if you've heard it 1,000 times, you're going to hear rock music on a dance floor without the rhythm to be danced to, and they're gonna find a way to move their body to it, not fluidly. So yeah, anyway, in middle school, I got invited to this cotillion thing after I learned to not lisp, and I just made it. You must go to a lot of white formal events. I'm a photographer. I've seen a lot of white events. My first all-white party. Short sequin black dress. Is that actually formal? Are sequins formal? I feel like sequins are the McDonald's of formal. You can tell I've lacked a lot of sleep. My first all-white party. Don't describe it like it's your fucking virginity to a race of people. Don't describe it like you're on a fucking black couch explaining it's your first time disappointing your father. Which I guess you wouldn't care, would you? Because he's out of the picture. What, like the theme? People. What are your analogies? I told you, I'm missing out on sleep. I'm fucking tired, dude. This is what happens when I'm tired. You guys have not... You have seen me. You have seen me on the brink of exhaustion. Like, of destruction because of exhaustion. When I used to pull all-nighters in college, definitely some of the funniest... No, the funniest I've ever been when I was working at a print shop. And we would do 24-hour shifts. Like, I would stay all night working on a project with me and my A-team. That's where we came up with Fatty Boom Boom. That's where... that's where we, like... when... I feel like there's, like, something that, like, unhinges. And at the print shop, it was, like, the perfect mixture of everybody was just a fucking dumb fucking asshole. And so after a certain amount of time working straight, like, overtime, we'd start getting delirious. And some of the shit was some of the funniest shit. I can't even remember some of the shit. Just, like, finding someone sleeping under one of the work tables and using bubble wrap as a fucking blanket. Like, that's pretty fucking funny. It's not even a joke. It's just fucking funny. Just the shit talk was, like, at another level. Because there were no repercussions and we were just so fucking tired. So we just say whatever. And then when they installed cameras, like, the last 2 months I worked there, they started installing cameras and more security to watch us. And, dude, the amount of shit I talked while looking into the camera, like, half asleep. Whew. There was Kendrick Lamar. He had that bar. He had that lyric in "Be Humble." When that dropped, there's a part where he was like, "My left stroke just went viral," and we would say everything. We would yell across the whole fucking shop with that cadence, right? Like, I need your help over here. Like, we would do that. And then we started, like, rhyming. Like, we would start making, like, an actual... Like, we would start doing that. And then we stayed all night working on shit. And when people came in, the 7 a.m. shift, people who we don't ever run into, we kept doing it. And we got, like, 4 complaints. We got 4 complaints, and then there was this kid, he worked in the sewing department, he came in, and he could not stop laughing. That kid was fucking crying, because we did everything with that cadence. We stopped talking normally. It was 7 a.m., we went, like, 24 hours, no sleep, and we just kept doing the Kendrick Lamar cadence from that song. And one of the guys was from Texas. He's like, Dave, is everything all right? y'all seem to be... Like, he was confused to the point where he just left us alone. Like, he had the power to fire us right then and there, and he was so confused, and we were so committed to the bit, he left us alone. He just let us keep doing it, and then we went home at, like, 9 or 10 a.m. And I think that was the same night that the 6'5" Asian kid saw me throw a high kick, and he was like, "I could kick higher than you." And he threw a high kick, and he slipped, and he yanked on a cord that goes up. It's like an air dispenser cable, and he yanked it and just fucking brought the whole thing fucking down. And right when he did that, this guy we were waiting for a delivery. This guy, we had a rush order, and this guy was there at the middle of the night. He showed up right at the moment he fell down, and we still didn't have the job done. So he thought we weren't fucking working. I thought you were gonna come into the Texan accent. Nah, I don't remember what he sounded like. I remember what he looked like. He looked like a fucking. He looked like a tall midget. And his wife, she had dirty feet. She was a flirt. She was so unhappy. She worked in the front. And her and I would talk, and then I would be like, I gotta get out of here, because if the boss man's wife, he wasn't the boss, but he was like one of my superiors. If he finds out his wife is talking to me and we're talking about this right now, she could just turn this around on me and get me fired. I remember she talked to me. She's I don't know how it came up, but she brought up, like, she was a big proponent, like, love does exist, David. And then she was like, was she a Texan too? I think she moved to Texas. I don't remember if she was a Texan. She didn't have as strong an accent, but she said something about, like, love does exist, and I was like, shut the fuck up, like, you sound so dumb. And then she was like, oh yeah, so then why do men die quicker when their wife dies? And then I told her it was out of elation because the bitch finally dropped dead, and she didn't talk to me for like a week. So excited you get an aneurysm. She didn't talk to me for like a week. Was she texting too? That would explain the flirtiness, perhaps. She cried when I left. When I left to become a school teacher, and she got mad because I only gave her a sideways hug, brotherly hug from the side. She wanted full contact, face to face. She wanted a full contact hug. Could have easily swerved her. Could have easily gone for the side hug, and psych. Oh, we had to make a giant gingerbread man or something like that, and we used that burlap material. We're basically making the guys from Little Big Planet, and we had to, like, cut it out on the CNC machine. We had to cut out foam board and then cut out the material while it was glued on. We had to run it through some rollers with some adhesive, and then what was left, I turned it into a bag and put it over my face, and I cut out a hole for my eyes and my mouth. This was over the night. When the first person showed up. They were freaked out. I'm a little embarrassed because my intention was not for anybody to see me other than my A squad with the fucking burlap sack mask. That was some serial killer shit. And when the first old lady came in at like 7 a.m. and saw me, I was like, I forgot I had this shit over my face. I wore it for hours in the middle of the night. So yeah, in 6th grade, I had a lisp and all that. And there was cotillion, and I remember I swerved that shit because it sounded lame. And all the girls were super excited. And I learned really early in middle school, if very rich and proper white girls are excited for something, it's probably super lame. So I avoided it. I was like, I'm gonna be sick. Good transition. Middle school is weird because as soon as I started running my mouth, I had a secret handshake with every popular white girl. You know that? I had a secret handshake with all of them. I don't know where that came from. I need to go to Dawn Winery. We were so different, and yet when I got over my lisp and just started running my mouth and saying stupid shit, all these doors opened for no reason. Made a lot more friends. I was really good at making friends before that, but that was just like, it was like an entire, like a portion of my brain opened. My third eye, if you will. It's because I didn't interact with, like, proper white people. You know what I'm trying to say, dude. It's not racist because they're white, okay? They're the oppressors. What else was I talking about? Anna's dress. My mouse died. I can't read what Anna said. It's probably for the better, right? She a dumb hoe anyway. She a dumb hoe. There was one of my bosses, the floor manager. He was a Vietnamese guy. And he would talk like this. Hey, David, you finished that job? I'd be like, hey, Tammy, you beep, 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 beep. And he's like, hey, yeah, you're pretty funny, but you kind of being a dick. You're being a little bit of a dick, David. I'd be like, my name's David, not Davis. Some of the funniest shit he would say was like, who, her? She a hoe. Who, her? She a hoe. What? He used to do that. That shit always cracked me up. He'd go, whenever he was in a good mood, we weren't stressed. Hey, Tommy, I think I'm gonna go home early today since there's nothing to do. What? Nah, you can work a little more, Davey. Come on, man. And then he would always come in with like, with his brow furrowed. And he'd be like obviously in a rush, like we had a rush order to do and he was very stressed. He'd be like, hey, can someone, and before he could finish his sentence, everybody in the finishing department, as soon as we heard him say, hey, everyone would go, hey, we'd look up at the ceiling and go, hey, And so, at first he used to get pissed, but after a while, he just knew to expect it. He would just come in, hey, you think you can do this order? And, like, he would power through with his sentence. We would just keep going, like, as soon as he'd say, hey, everybody would just, hey, And we started doing it to everyone. Hey, David, can you, hey, hey, I do that to this day. To my parents. Anytime I hear hey, you could have more than just a secret handshake. I could have a victim. What are you saying here, Anna? Is that a play on words, the word sack? If they saw me in the sack? She a hoe. Where have you been? I was streaming in Discord because I've been super busy. A lot of last minute projects came up and not having a car has been eating. A lot of things that don't take that long have been taking 2-3 times as long. I still don't have a car. I have to call tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last straw. If they don't give me my car back, I'm gonna make them tow it back. I talked to the guy, and keep in mind, I'm like lacking sleep, so like, I'm like, my filters are off, and I was like, I kind of popped off on him and started talking about like, because I threatened legal shit, like, if you guys keep fucking slacking on my car, I'm gonna get the law involved. And I set up a trap. I actually went to the shop. They were supposed to be open still. Nobody was there. I looked up all their store hours. I looked at the sign. Nobody was there. They were supposed to be there still. I went there. My car was unlocked. Thank God nothing was inside. It wasn't even the right lot. So I just went up and I left a note with the date and time on it. With, you know, the threat of legal action. And I put that there for two reasons. It was kind of like a trap, because if they read it, then they would fucking communicate with me. And if they didn't read it and reply immediately like I asked them to do, then I know they didn't see it. So they haven't been in my car. They haven't been working in my car. Right? And I ended up getting a hold of the guys, the owner. I ended up getting a hold of him and telling him, like, what the fuck? And I kind of got the feeling that he hasn't even been in my car still, because he didn't mention a note. He didn't mention anything that would, like, I left, like, very key things on that note. And so now I have a power play on top. Now, like, oh, yeah? So why didn't you call me as soon as you saw the note? Or you haven't seen the note yet, have you? It's very prominent. Very prominently placed on the steering wheel. Very bright colored sticky note. Fucking double taped on. They haven't seen it yet. I'm like 90% sure they haven't seen it yet. Which means it's been almost a week since they've been inside my car. And tomorrow is the last chance I'm giving them, because when we were on the phone, I was like, I see you guys have been basically shit to other people, and I started talking about Better Business Bureau. I started talking about everything that needed to be talked about to get them to fucking talk to me, right? When I left messages threatening legal action and shit, suddenly they want to talk to me, right? I even had a family member with a different last name call to see if they would pick up, and they fucking did. Which means they're fucking dodging me on the caller ID. This was like within 30 minutes of me calling, and I called like 5 minutes after they called. No response. So I was getting fucking dodged. I'm getting fucking heated thinking about it. So yeah, I really let them have it. And like, I think your car is gone. I've seen my car. I know exactly where it is. You stream to Discord? How does that work? There's a watch party Discord. We have a separate Discord that you know about it because we told you about it. Its pieces, there are four corners. Its pieces are in the four corners of the earth. Well, if they dismember it, then we have a fucking case on our hands. It's fine. I'll lose a car to fuck these dudes over. Yeah, I politely asked him to shut the fuck up on the phone, too, because I said, I was on Bluetooth or something because there was like a delay when talking to him, and it was getting really annoying. It's two dudes. It's the owner, and then I've talked to one other person, but they're probably going to put sugar in your tank, too. What, make my car diabetic? So yeah, the last time I talked to him, I gave him an ultimatum. I was going to put it in writing because I looked into how to report a stolen vehicle. And if someone like borrows a car and it's in writing that they're going to return the car at a certain point, then you can get the police involved. So I started getting into all that, and then they're like, okay, we'll give you a full refund. We'll give you a full refund on the battery. Well, he got mad and he said that, like, as a rebuttal to something I said, because he didn't like what I said. And I said, no, you're just trying to get out of fucking working. You're trying to, it sounds to me like you don't want to even do it. And it sounds to me like you never fucking ordered the part you were supposed to order. And he started stuttering like, oh, no, yeah, yes, I did. No, shut the fuck up. You did not order the part yet. Otherwise, you wouldn't be telling me you're going to order it from Miami tonight and get it tomorrow. Which I knew wasn't the case because tomorrow's today. And I was like, okay, I'm going to call you back tomorrow. You better have the part. He's like, okay, well, it's a one-day shipping. It might not make it from Miami. And I was like, I'm going to call you tomorrow. I'm going to call you Thursday. If you don't have the part, we're going to have problems. And I'm going to get my car back. I'm going to get a full refund. I'm going to get my car back. We're going to have problems. And he knows I'm not going to fucking leave. I will call every 5 minutes on the hour. I'm in a position where I could clear out my schedule and call every fucking 5 minutes. If I wanted to. And then, like, originally he was like, oh, we found the generator. We have to pull it out of a car from here. They're supposed to give it to us. And he was like, oh, yeah, it's on its way. It's arriving Wednesday. This was, like, last Wednesday after waiting, like, an additional 2 weeks. Like, if he says he's going to be there at 11, he shows up at 5 p.m. It's like that kind of person. And everything's like that. He's kept only 2 of at least 18 promises that I've written down. I'm like pre-writing my review. I started writing down I'm also fortunate that they worked on my car at my parents' house, and my parents have security cameras, so we have the exact fucking minute. I could say at minute 57 of the 3rd of 3 p.m. 3:57 p.m. on Tuesday, January 5th. I can tell you he opened the fucking car door. I can tell you he fucking sat there and talked to his assistant between this hour, or between this fucking second of this minute of this hour and this second of this minute of this hour. Like, I can make very specific claims. And I've been writing shit down out of fucking anger. I'm like writing through the paper, just etching into a fucking desk. A wooden desk. Because I'm ready to fucking write to the Better Business Bureau. I'm ready to write in order to report my car as stolen. If they can't accomplish the things, right? I'd rather be able to report it as stolen because they can't meet their end of the agreement in writing, than to get my car towed back and have a non-functioning car anyway. I want fucking problems. That's where I'm at right now. I want to fuck them over. It's been since January 1st. They got to my car like on January fucking 3rd or 4th. Maybe the 5th, the latest, was the first day that they came to work on the car. So it's been over a fucking month without a car. And it's been about a little over 3 weeks, I guess, since they started working on my car. And because they put in their battery, it's their warranty. So 2 other mechanics said they can't fucking touch the car. They can't touch the car because of, the void of warranty. And I spent a lot of fucking money on that shit. The warranty comes packaged. And so if I just get the return on the battery without knowing what the warranty costs, they could say fucking more than half of the cost was the warranty. They can literally just fudge the numbers and fuck me over. And so when he said, okay, we'll give you a full refund out of anger, that was his response to something. I was like, no, fuck you. You're just trying to get out of work. You said you ordered the part already. So when it arrives, you work on my car. What, you're going to order a part and then you're just going to have that sit around? It's never going to be used ever again because I have such a rare problem with my car? No, you're either lying, you never ordered it, or you're trying to get out of work. You're trying to get out of working in my car because you're a piece of shit asshole who just wasn't going to work on my car anyway. And he was quiet for like a good 20-30 seconds before before he had a response to that. What is the name of the place you have it at? I will not say that on stream just yet. But I started reading Google reviews. It seems like they might have bolstered the reviews with some fake reviews to counteract a streak of 1 stars they had over the last 3 months. Hybrids are a little complicated. That's all they specialize in. They don't work on any other cars besides hybrids. Maybe they don't know how to fix it. Then say that. That's my issue. I told him to shut the fuck up. I literally said, "Can you please shut the fuck up?" Because the Bluetooth delay was bothering me, and he kept talking. He was coming up with another excuse. He only comes up with excuses and rebuttals, right? Because like I was like, at one point I was like, that's not what the reviews say about you. Now that I know a little bit more about you, and he was like, "Well, we do this many cars a week, and we do it this many times a month, and we have this many custom." So he started like doing math to make a logical argument, and I was like, "Will you please shut the fuck up?" Because I'm trying to tell you. All I want you to do is tell me the truth, right? Don't say we'll be there tomorrow, and show up 4 days from now. Don't say I'm gonna call you tomorrow and not call, because that's what he's been doing. He's like, yes, I understand. I was like, okay, so now I'm going to call you and you're going to pick up every single time. And so far, he has picked up. Except for today, actually. But I think I called after their hours. Like, I missed it by a little bit. Electrical problems in general are difficult, but hybrids are another level. Sure. But what I'm telling you is that they specialize in it, and they told me they knew the answer. Why tell me they know the answer? Just say we don't know. I don't care. What I care is about the fucking truth of it. And to say, "Oh, I know it's this, I'll fix it." And then to not even work on the fucking car? Someone lied to me. He obviously didn't have a fucking answer. Cuz they have an ego. All I want is to him to stop lying. The owner, he very up front seemed very trustworthy, seemed very, and it was fucking snake oil, dude. So fuck him and fuck this company. Very intelligent, well spoken, nice sounding, very approachable sounding person. But then it was just he has not said anything that he's gonna do, and he's made at least 18 promises that I've been able to fucking write down that were not kept. What am I doing? I'm mad. Fucking punch someone, dude. And then I have so many people on my back, and he was like, I can't just. This is where I fucked him up. He said I can't just like, I forgot how he phrased it, but he was trying to say that because he has to go to so many houses and work on people's stuff, he can't communicate well. He tried to make an excuse, and then I started laughing, and he was like, "You find something funny?" I was like, "Yeah, because I happen to be in real estate photography, and all I do is go to people's houses and communicate with them." And that really got him quiet. Because he tried to make it seem like, oh, he has this hard job where he has to go to people's houses, and so he can't keep promises. He can't communicate, is what he was trying to imply. Like, I can't just give you a call back, or I can't call you and let you know, oh, the part's not in. We're sorry. I know I told you today, but it's just not in today. Because any reasonable person would be like, yeah, I understand. But he hasn't given me that courtesy. He hasn't fucking called me. It's going to come in Thursday. He hasn't called me on Thursday to tell me it still hasn't come in. I'm sorry. But We talked to them, and they said they could try and get it within a week. I'd be perfectly fine with that, but he doesn't even give me that. Instead, he fucking ignores my phone call, and I had to fucking call from a different person's number in order to trick him into fucking calling me back. And so he tried using it as an excuse that he has to go to people's houses as why he can't keep promises. And I was like, I started laughing, and he wasn't sure what I found so funny. And I was like, dog, I don't even have a fucking car, and I'm borrowing cars, making appointments, and making calls. Listen, I'm going to be there between 2:15 and 2:30. We're scheduled for 2 o'clock, but the weather has made people drive like fucking idiots, and now I'm in traffic, okay? My ETA on Google Maps is 2:15 to 2:30. Are you okay with that? Like, I gave him that example. Like, that literally happened. I was stuck in traffic, and I called 45 minutes before the appointment, and I was like, the ETA has changed from 2 p.m. when our schedule is to 2:15. I want to say I'll be there between 2:15 and 2:30. I got there at 2:18, and I still fucking apologized. Sorry for being late. And they were like, no, we understand. We're so grateful that you called us and let us know you're going to be late. It's not even late as far as we're concerned, because you know, you were there within 30 minutes of the appointment. What's so fucking hard about that? And he's gonna use it as a fucking excuse. I have to go to people's houses and install batteries. Shut up. Fucking, while you're working on a battery, you could stop. Be like, hey, listen, I have to call my next customer, let him know I'm gonna be late. Is that fine with you? Okay, I'm going to make the call now. Listen, I'm working on a battery right now, and it's taking a little bit longer than expected. We have an issue that we're not able to clear. The new estimated time is 4 p.m. instead of 2 p.m. Is that okay with you? If not, we could reschedule. What's so fucking hard about that? I don't understand how he could use it as a fucking excuse. Are you fucking stupid? Why doesn't he hire help? That's all he has is help. He's got teams he dispatches. It's not just him. He hasn't worked on my car. He went to my car once to use his little scanner thing. And here's part of the scammy part of the business. They have scanners that they plug into cars. Cars after like 2010, you could plug it in and it'll tell you the codes. Like, it has this error, this error, this error, this error. He's just bullshitting you then? Of course. He's been bullshitting the entire time. So the initial battery installation, they said, look, this is an error code with your throttle. You need a regular mechanic to fix this. So I was like, hold on. Let me take a photo of the code. And the guy started sweating. I noticed he started sweating. He didn't like that. And I said, no, run it back. Let me get a photo of the code. So I took a photo. Okay. I looked it up. It didn't match with the description they told me. They said it was something wrong with the throttle. But I was like, okay, they know more than me. I don't know shit about cars, okay? But a simple Google search told me they were wrong. Okay, whatever. So I call a mechanic, and another mechanic comes with a tablet that's obviously better. And he's like, oh, no, that's way off. That's not the code at all. That's a hybrid battery problem. Okay? So then those guys come back. They work on my car again. They get codes like that. And I'm like, I'm telling you, I've had 2 mechanics tell me that code isn't the hybrid. The code isn't what you're saying. It's the hybrid battery is fucked up. I've had 2 different people tell me that. You're the only ones telling me this. Okay? So then the owner, the guy that I'm having issues with, came over in his fucking Tesla. Okay? He parked in my parents' driveway. Like, in the most fucking obnoxious, not straight way. What the fuck are you doing? Do you not know how to drive? Okay? He came with his like $6,000 to $8,000 tablet, okay, the fanciest of the fanciest, and plugged it in. He's like, oh yeah, no, it seems like there is a problem with the hybrid battery. And I said, why are you getting something different than your employees? Well, they tend to lose these tablets, so we give them cheaper ones, and those aren't as accurate at determining the codes. This one is as accurate as it gets on the market. And I doubt that even the two mechanics you brought here have this level of accuracy. You know, he got the same codes as the two mechanics that stopped by. So I start thinking to myself, is this how they scam people? This is when I first started getting a weird feeling in my stomach about this company, because if they send out people with faulty tablets that aren't going to fucking tell you the exact problem, they could blame everything on others, and it's never their fault. And so they can't do anything warranty-wise to replace your battery. Because their warranty, if there's anything wrong, they replace the hybrid battery completely. But you have to be able to prove that it's the hybrid battery. So if their tablets are fucking scam machines that are point to everything but the hybrid battery, then there's a fucking problem there, right? If only the owner is able to tell what the real problem is, and they keep sending out the same dudes with the fake fucking tablets to tell them, to tell the customers, we can't do anything, I'm sorry, you're lying through your teeth, it's not your hybrid battery, it's your fucking throttle. I'm fucking getting hot in the face. I'm wide awake now. I've been thinking about these fuckers. Can you believe that shit? Like, I'm thinking about them. Like, throughout the day, I'll be taking a shit. Like, and I'll fucking want to throw my phone randomly because I thought about this. So yeah, in 6th grade, I got invited to this cotillion thing. Sounded fucking lame. You guys hear that? Yeah, the dealer, the problem with the dealer is that it would have costed more than, it was multiple times more, and they don't come out to you, right? So I would have had to tow the car there. It just didn't seem, like the answer at the time, but, you know, hindsight's 2020, so if I could go back, I wouldn't mind basically blowing, at this point, basically the same amount of money. No, not even. That's not true. I've only spent like half as much as the dealer would have quoted. I need a fucking haircut. I don't have time for a haircut because I'm sitting here fucking thinking of these fucking fucktards. I can't provide service or communication because I have to go to people. Shut the fuck up. You sound so fucking stupid. It fucking hurts. How dare you? How dare you come up with such a fucking lame excuse? Why isn't this working? Oh, you don't hold shift to resize this? Fucking, now I'm getting allergies. I'm upset. Alright, good enough. Whatever. I have to take my vehicle and then I have to hearing store. I don't want to. Probably half the time, though. Maybe. They would know exactly what's wrong. Yeah, definitely half the time. There was another place that was the same price. It was a 50-50. It was literally a coin flip. The reason why I chose this one is because they came up to me. I would have had to tow my car to the other place. And I probably would have had to, at the time, it seemed like I would have had to wait longer as well, because they were like, we have to source the part from a junkyard. And I said, how long does that take? And the guy was like, well, because of COVID restrictions and shortages and things, upwards of like 2 to 3 weeks. And now I'm like in the 3-week mark, wishing I had just taken that. It's not even double. In this case, it definitely would have been at least double. How do you play this game? It was like from what I would have originally paid, it was almost 4 times as much. That's from online research, though. That I was looking into it, because apparently 2012 Kias are shitting themselves now. Parts aren't salvaged. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad I didn't keep the Prius. Alright, touche. I'm still gonna get a Tesla one day. Once those batteries go, it's a headache. You guys want to feel good? You guys want to feel good? Where's my knife? Hold on. I don't mean to say that in such an angry way. I'm not angry. Is the blade? I don't have a blade in my trusty utility knife. No blade. Let me change the game at least. I have like a whole pack of blades on top of my fridge. I might just put one in now. Or I might just use my car keys. Yeah, I'm going to call tomorrow in the morning. I think I'm going to call every 30 minutes until they pick up. And I have another person whose last name is not recognizable, not traceable back to me, that I could use. I read a review where someone said that, and I was like, yeah, I know. Someone said, yeah, you have to call from a different name because they kind of avoid you when there's an issue. I read that like 3 days ago. And I was like, no shit, because I honestly feel that way. Fuck, dude. Nobody saves. It's not on D-Live, right? So I just have to put game. I don't even stream to D-Live anymore. Who did we miss from D-Live? We missed someone. Up Chief, maybe? Yeah, Up Chief's okay, I guess. And if your car is regular, I mean, you seem to have the connection with people, so I wouldn't be so worried. Let's get happy, yeah? So I talked to my brother, not my oldest brother. Well, I did talk to my oldest brother, but talked to my other brother, you know, Crisis the Nicest. And he's kind of like a... He's kind of like a crackhead when it comes to things that he really likes. He gets really obsessed over shit. It's the whole dude thing I was talking about. How dudes just kind of like... They get excited over something, and they invest all their energy on it. And it's like... Why do you want a Nintendo Wii so bad? Why did you travel to the ends of the world to get a Nintendo Wii? Hopefully nobody could read Chinese. But this is a box from China. Anyway, the reason why I tell you about my brother being obsessed is because for Christmas I got him... I should have shown the device on Discord the other night before I returned it. Returned one of them. It's like a Game Boy machine that can emulate a bunch of games. Try not to show off the fucking... Try not to dox myself. Let me do this off the desk. It's lower. Lower to the ground. So, when he got that, he became obsessed with them. And he's been doing a lot of research and trying to build, like... He went from wanting to buy a bunch of these portable retro handhelds. I gave him the gift of the decade. It's definitely his favorite gift in a long time. And he's had like children in the last 10 years, so you know, the miracle of life wasn't enough to match the gift I gave him. The miracle of surviving cancer was not enough for him. But my gift trumps all that shit. Anyway, so there's one that I've been waiting for like 2 years. I heard about it 2 years ago, and then I started like really following it. You want an OLED Switch? Well, you're not very smart then. What a waste of time and money. But what do I know? My car is still not fixed. Where can you buy? Anywhere. My brother got an OLED Switch. This same brother got an OLED Switch less than a month ago because he thought in the hospital he was going to be A-okay in order to play Zelda Breath of the Wild. Turns out he was not A-okay, and he was always in a fucking hazy... Oh! He was in a hazy phase. This is the Super Deck. Super Dock, I mean. You may have noticed a device. Here's a carrying case from China, so they use red foam. Wow, this is good packaging. Excellent. Oh, they have an international brick. That's for good luck in shipping. I hope everybody's watching, because this is a momentous thing. So I've been waiting, like, I heard about this 2 years ago, but I've really been waiting about a year. I invested in the Indiegogo for this thing called the Odin. It was called Project Valhalla. I've talked about it multiple times over the last year. And it's a Switch Lite-sized Android device that's meant for emulating. And I invested in the premium version. I was one of the first like 300 people to get in on it, and so I got it for the price that people are paying for the most basic model. Look at that. This is the Pro model, 8 gigabytes, only 128 gigs of storage. I don't think the 256 was available for the special deal I got. It's got the 6,000 milliamp battery. Black is the only color available for this deal. It's called the Odin. Look at that. Can you see that? I can't see my face. Can you see that? It's like a Viking type. So my brother's been watching unboxings, and so I told him I got this and I was gonna save it to unbox it. Even the sticker has the company name on it. AYN. Bloop. Okay, whatever. So he's been obsessing. He found out about this like 2 weeks after his operation. When he got out of the hospital, like 2 days after he got out of the hospital, he was like, holy shit, this device is so sick. Is there a better version of this that plays better games? So I started telling him about this, and he's been reading and watching videos on this shit every fucking day for the last like 2 weeks. Every single day he's texting me a video. He gets obsessed over shit. He's like me tenfold when it comes to obsessing over something. So he ordered one. He almost paid... He paid like 1.5 times what I paid for the Pro model without the Super Dock. So this is user's manual. Okay. Throw that away. We have the device right here. I see the ABXY. The D-pad. That symbol is Odin's helmet. Yeah. You learned that from Marvel? Oh my god, the inside of the packaging is like a felt material. I have the device in my hand. I don't know if you could tell. I'm trying to get the light to... It's like a felt material. I don't have space on my desk, bro. USB-C. Per use. See if I can pull this out. It's a really nice material. No, it doesn't seem like I can pull it out. Oh, yes I can, but it feels like I might break it. Okay, well it's felt. Very interesting packaging. So he told me he's watched enough unboxing videos to just go ahead and open it, because I was saving it for when I wasn't busy. I got this thing on 2 days ago. I got it on the 31st. And so he ordered his, but he's like number 2,000 in the queue. So he not only paid more, he's gonna wait like another 2 months before he gets his. He just wants me to bring it by. He didn't want to see the unboxing. He watched a professional unbox it. Maybe we should get that for Honey's birthday. Oh. And drop. Like that. Oh, it's like a soft... It's almost a soft touch plastic on the back. It's... No, it's not rubberized, but it's like a soft touch plastic. I'll turn off this music. Where's That's ABXY. There's a home button right here. That's a pretty nice screen. Oh my god. It's bigger than I thought. It's got 2 joysticks with L and R clicking. It's got analog triggers on the back, which is good when you emulate GameCube. You can play Super Mario Sunshine and control the water. The R1 and L1 leave a little bit to be desired, but you know. We have power button on the top. Very sturdy. It feels fucking solid. Volume rocker on the top. It's got a fan exhaust on the back. Pro buttons. You see that? It's got a button back here. A button on my index finger right here. Hell yeah. USB-C charge on the bottom. Look how thin it is. It's thinner than a... It's like a Switch Lite, but it has a grip. It's got a hump for a grip. Is it OLED? I don't think so. It's not an OLED Switch. See the Odin symbol right there? A little tacky. It's fine. Can't complain. And then you have... It's got a scratch on the... Is that a scratch? It seems like a CNC... I used to see this all the time at the print shop. Whenever the blade came off and it didn't come off at the right angle. I can live with it. I've waited long enough. It's okay. Oh, the start select home button because it runs Android, so it's like my cell phone, but it's designed for gaming. The analog sticks feel pretty good. Feels better than the Retroid Pocket. The Retroid Pocket fits in the screen here. So the story behind the Retroid Pocket, the rectangular one I showed before, it's like this. It's the same kind of thing, but this is way more powerful, and it's bigger. Like, the Retroid Pocket fits in the screen. I could show you now, but I'd have to unpack it. The story is that my oldest brother wants to return the one I gave him for Christmas, and I was going to buy him a Retroid Pocket, but my Odin was coming in way sooner than expected. I didn't expect to get this for another couple of months. And so, because this was coming, I was like, I'll just give you my Retroid Pocket and return the one that I got you for Christmas. The Retroid Pocket's better. He was like, oh, alright, that works. That's because this came in. I'm gonna power it on. Oh, yes. It's not OLED. I could tell. The blacks aren't. Oh, there's like smoke and shit? What? Whoa. Wow, they got a visual effects team. You will like it. Let's get started. Okay. 90% battery. Select your language. I'm thinking Chinese. Look at it. It's got like an actual like UI and shit. So yeah, anyway, I packed up the Retroid with my oldest brother's favorite games that I put on the one I gave him for Christmas. Plus I added games that he requested. Since he gave me a much bigger memory card, so I filled it up with more stuff. I'm downloading more now as we speak, but I'm giving that to him, and maybe I'll buy one for myself again later. But this is gonna hold my attention. The idea was that the Retroid Pocket was announced like in October, and I was supposed to get it in like November, but it got pushed back. So then I got it. The last week of November or the first week of December, and then I played it and shit, and that was supposed to hold me over for like half a year until this came out. But this arrived way sooner than expected. So that was just supposed to be like to hold me over, and it's a lot smaller, so it's a lot more pocketable. Anyway, connect to the internet. Okay, let's not reveal my internet shit. It's got a touch screen. Hell yeah. Use Wi-Fi. Log into the internet. What is the password? I'll tell you right now what my password is. It's got haptic feedback. Connected. Okay. Select your time zone. Yep. So I have the option of like a Switch style launcher. You probably can't see. Either Android launcher or a Switch type launcher. Look, it's like giant icons. Navigation bar style. Oh, I'm gonna do it like my phone. It's just gestures. You could swipe up. Fuck yeah. Configuration complete. There we go. Applications. So I'm gonna have to set this up later, but maybe I'll get Genshin downloading on this, because this is powerful enough to run Genshin. The Retroid Pocket is not powerful enough. I could click in L3 or R3 to get menus to pop up. You can like oh, and you can plug it into the TV. So that's what the rest of the package is. Damn, this is sexy, dude. The rest of the package is a dock, so I could just drop it in the dock and play it like a Switch. And I got it for basically the same price as a Switch. I got early bird. How do I get to my apps, though? Did something just beep? I can't hear. Layout. That's not it. Wow, they put a lot of work in this UI. How do let's hit the home button. No? Settings? Oh! Enable joystick LED. Can you see that on stream? The LEDs around the joysticks now? That's kind of cool. Something beat? Was it my PlayStation? Side LED? Oh! Oh! Ooh! Am I a gamer now? Look at that. That's pretty sexy. How do I get to my Android apps from this launcher? Oh, I figured it out. This is like the Android style aspect of it. You can go into this menu like a regular phone, a landscape phone. Looks like I'm not playing video games tonight. Are they RGB? I think they're only one color. I think that was like a stretch goal on Indiegogo to change the colors, but I think each version comes out with just one color. I don't think they met that stretch goal. The other stretch goal, I don't think they met it. I have to double check because I think they got close. They either got it or they came just shy of it, but it uses Nintendo Switch batteries. So the stretch goal was to make it hot swappable, but or not hot swappable exactly because you would have to unscrew it, but you should be able to replace it yourself with Nintendo Switch batteries. It would be cool if you could do it like old Samsung phones where you can take off the back, put in a new battery, and now you have a full charge. That would have been sick. It feels really good in the hand. So this is supposed to be able to run Genshin, which is like one of the most demanding Android apps, and it can play with the PS2 in emulation so far. And then I'm thinking about trying streaming Dark Souls to this from Steam. What's in the Odin Pro Super Pack? So the case, the cables. Where's my phone? The case, the cables, the dock, and then the Pro model, which has 8 gigabyte and a minimum of 128 gigabytes. There might be something else that I'm not remembering, but the price has gone up substantially on the super pack that it's probably better to just buy what you need instead of getting the whole, because it's a lot of stuff that you like. I don't know, the case is kind of nice, I guess. I think my brother might have gotten that. The regular has no case? No. And really, the Pro model, the only difference it has over the standard model, it's $360 now? Yeah, that's way more expensive. So this was originally, when I first heard of it, it was called Project 199 because they were trying to get the price down to $199. So they said they were going to make a Pro model, and the Pro model is what started off as $199. So here's the case. It's got the custom logo. It's kind of ugly. Oh, a screen protector in here? Damn, dude. So yeah, it was called Project 199, but now the standard edition is $199. And the standard edition, the only difference, this smells like China and smoke. Like, this was in a smoker's house. The standard edition just has less RAM. So the only difference, really, if you're going to emulate games, it only makes a difference in Android games. So emulation will not be affected by lower RAM. The light is $199? Yeesh! All of this has gone up in price. It's a toxic chemical they used to create it. I love it. The CCP is the greatest. Please don't clip me saying that. That was a joke. Alright, I'm going to put on the screen protector tonight before I go to bed. The light is $199? So the light I don't know too much about. It's supposed to be really good. The standard model was supposed to be the $199. But, you know, COVID happened. This was announced before COVID. The standard model is supposed to be $199 and the Pro is supposed to be like $250. And I think it's gone up since a lot because of, you know, supply chain shortages and shit. But yeah, Super Pack. Am I getting notifications? Am I getting Discord notifications? Because I thought I heard Discord notifications. But I didn't see anything. Wow, this really turned my night around. This actually... Now, the difference between me and my brother is that I'm actually going to play the fuck out of this. I'm going to play this every day. Are you guys hearing that? Did you hear that? Was that a notification? I think my brother will get tired of this after a certain point. Like everything else. But it's okay. He's got money to blow. Whatever makes him happy. He beat cancer, so. Damn, that stinks. Let me start downloading Genshin. Install. So yeah. I don't know what the light is capable of. There are videos online. There was a guy, he's very like, he's got a good reputation in the scene for retro handhelds. And he corresponded with this company a lot and helped them make a lot of decisions and shit. He was one of the ones who was pushing for RGB. So they put it as a stretch goal just solely because of him. But anyway, the standard version, it's just as powerful. It just has less RAM and I think less configurations for storage, if I remember correctly. Other than that, it's exactly the same. I think the standard one is perfectly fine. If I didn't get in super early to get this at a really good price, then I would have gone standard version. No problem. And I'm going to be a power user of the product, so. And this is gonna be like a Game Pass machine. I'm gonna play Hades on this every time I take a shit. I'm gonna play Genshin. I'm gonna get all my Genshin stuff done. Ooh. Ooh. I forgot my login. Fuck. I want to drop this on day one, you know? This must be a really boring stream. I'm not even playing the game on screen. Remember that one time I played Call of Duty Mobile on my phone for like 3 hours while the background was Rainbow Six Siege? Who was here for that? I know Midnighters was. It's part of the reason why I did it was to annoy her. I was literally here on my phone. Email. Okay. I have to go to my email for Genshin. I didn't know they had it like that, dude. I didn't know they were in my fucking head. Fucking filling my head with smoke. Get out of my head, man. Get out of my head. Maybe it's in spam or social. Nope. Is it in promotions? Nope. Maybe it just takes a minute. Oh, I gotta fucking press a button on my screen first. God damn it. Verification code sent. Did you guys hear that? Was that not a Discord notification sound? I gotta copy paste this code. That's not it. It's the wrong email. Okay, I got it. And because this is Android, like, everything I'm doing on my phone now, I'll be able to do on this. Like, I'll be able to watch YouTube while playing any of these games. Stream whatever. Okay, it's gonna check for updates. 14 gigs, cool. So that's where I'm gonna play Genshin from now on. Okay, it's in the case on my shelf. The Super Dock. So the cool thing about the Super Dock is it lets you plug in GameCube and Nintendo 64 controllers straight into the dock. And when you drop the Odin into it, it's just like a Nintendo Switch dock. It'll just start playing on your screen. I've been talking about this for so long. I know you guys have heard this more than once. I've said this so many times on stream. I'm just like, they're not going to know until they see it. They're not going to want it until they see me holding it. That's what happened to my brother. Fuck, is this box idiot proof? What's going on? Oh. The dock is a little ugly though, I will say. Didn't come out very nicely. Need more space on my desk. Manual. Throw that away. We got a foam pad. Smells like shoes, not like chemicals. That's good. Look at that. Same. Smells like leathery shoes. We got a 65-watt brick. Holy shit, this is heavy. So I'm pretty sure this is the same amount of power as my MacBook. Plug that baby in. 65 watts adaptive quick charging. And it's got 2 USB-C and 1 regular USB-A. For you nerds out there. I've waited so long for this. And it's like, I'm not crazy like my brother about it. Like, if it arrived at my place, like, in December of this year, I wouldn't have been upset. I would have just, whatever. Damn, they got, like, really good packaging. They got plastic clips to hold these cables together and shit. It's not just cable ties or, like, paper or anything. Jeez. Yeah, bro. USB-C cable. Let's put that aside. So, Super Dock is in here. And this is what really makes this product stand out. There's nothing quite like this. It's already, like, unique in how powerful it is for the price. Because its closest competitor is, like... There's one that's, like... Well, the Retroid Pocket that I was showing on stream is $100 flat. And it's a pretty good competitor, but it's a lot weaker. And then the next one is, like, $150, and it's, like... It's not worth $150 for what it can do. And then the other competitor, it's more expensive than this, and it's worse, worse build, and it's worse capabilities. Very high quality packaging items. The Super Dock. That's not a little person; it's a plastic sticker. I'm gonna leave that on. I usually leave the plastics on unless if it's gonna fuck with the heat. So this is a glass shield. I think you could take it off. Or it's not glass, it's plastic. You slide the Odin in there. I'm gonna test it later. I don't want to do it on stream right now. It's got a micro USB right there. So that's good for peripherals that still use micro USB. You got GameCube / Nintendo 64 inputs. Oh, hold on. No, these are... Okay, these are 2 Nintendo 64 inputs on the front. And you have GameCube on each side. So if I grab my GameCube controller, which always stays at my desk. Oh, it's under a bunch of shit. Let's unravel it. Perfect. I just had to follow. Okay, USB, or not USB, GameCube cable. Clean it off, make sure it's good. It's been in my Nintendo branded adapter for the Switch. Like a glove, baby. Plug that bad boy into the side. Fuck yeah. It's a nice tight fit. You got HDMI on the side, you know, because this is supposed to go straight to a monitor. You got 3, count them, 3 USB 3 ports on the back. Does it say what type of USB 3? They might be USB 3.1. You have an Ethernet plug-in right there, so you don't have to use Wi-Fi anymore. You have another HDMI out right here. Are you kidding me? And a USB-C, which is also capable of outputting video. That's the backside. Beautiful. And it's got the same, like, if you look at a Nintendo Switch dock, it's got that spring-loaded thing where when you drop the Switch in, it reveals the USB-C plug-in. Oh. Chat. I need a haircut. Oh, what happened? The download failed for Genshin. Confirm. Fuck you, Paimon. Dumb hoe. Oh, she a hoe. Let's try again. Case over here. I like the blue, dude. Slots in pretty nice. Don't drop anything, David. I'm gonna send a picture to my brother. Both of my brothers, actually. Make sure my ball sack's in the photo. Make sure I send it at 2 a.m. to fucking really fuck with them. Send to my oldest brother too, because now he's getting into all this. He's not gonna buy this though. He's very frugal. He doesn't play latest generation stuff. So if he could play up to PlayStation 1 and some PlayStation 2, he'll be happy. And that's why he's getting the Retroid Pocket. My former Retroid Pocket. Anyway, what do you guys think? Probably adapters for that. Whoa! You guys have been talking this whole time and it hasn't uploaded. It hasn't updated. The last thing I saw was a toxic chemical smell. And then I clicked on Twitch and I saw nothing was moving. And then I refreshed. Okay, I don't see a real difference between the light and the base though. The light has a different processor. It's got a D900, I think, or D700. I see. The light doesn't have a Snapdragon. Right, Snapdragon's really good. But the processor in there is supposed to be pretty beefy regardless. It's just easier to manufacture. It's less powerful. Yeah, allegedly. But for emulation, that shouldn't matter. Here's a handheld emulator he made. He put it in a Game Boy case. He made me one that looks like a tiny Super NES. I'm interested in knowing which one. Was it a Pi? Damn, I missed all these messages. These were like 13 minutes ago. I've been talking this whole time. I was like, damn, nobody really cares. I wonder which handheld emulator he made. I'm really deep in all this shit. So, like, if you just say the name, I'm pretty sure I know. It might be a Pi 4. I didn't hear anything. Wow, Super Duper Dock. I was actually in the market for emulation devices a week ago. What do you want to play? Because I recommend the Retroid Pocket for $99. Best value in the market. Retroid Pocket. I have to be careful with the box because it's loosely packaged. This is going to my brother now. The Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. It's the one I've been showing on stream. But it's loosely packaged. I don't want to move it too much. You can use any retro controller. Can't use an original Super NES controller. So part of the original vision was to be able to change out what controllers in the dock. I think they scrapped that idea, but if they come out with another version, they might be able to come up with adapters and shit. But what I would do is like a USB adapter. I have USB PlayStation 1 controllers and USB Nintendo 64 controllers. Probably adapters, yep. What did you think? We were speechless? Yeah, I thought maybe you guys stopped caring. Anywhere up to PS1? Bro. Yeah, it's a Pi. Yeah. So, the Pi 4 is really good. It's a really good bang for buck. But for the same price, I would go Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. Retroid Pocket 2 Plus will play PlayStation 1 very easily. For 99 bucks, if you want like a more premium feeling device, but it's not as good, not as much processing power, not as much horsepower, Anbernic, Anbernic, Anbernic. They make a bunch of handhelds. There's a company called Powkitty makes a bunch of them. So like for $40 you can get up to PlayStation 1, I think, on the Powkitty V90 if you don't mind having a bright orange Game Boy Advance SP type shell. But there's a lot of these Chinese companies making them. Most can do PS1 decently. The ones that can absolutely do PS1 very well are some of the higher end Anbernics, the Retroid Pocket 2 Plus. Shit, even the regular Retroid Pocket 2. PS1's like solved. The real issue is Nintendo 64. Nintendo 64 is like one of those systems that's hard to emulate, so like there's like a price jump between the ones that could run Nintendo 64 like 1 out of every 3 games or 1 every 2 games, and then there's a huge price jumps to the ones that could play Nintendo 64 guaranteed. And if they could play some Nintendo 64, then they could play most of PS1. PS1's easier to emulate than Nintendo 64, despite it being more information and shit. Yeah, anyway. It's a Raspberry Pi is what I meant to say. Raspberry Pi 4. I used to look into Raspberry Pis. That's actually how I got into this whole handheld thing. Because I was going to build one out of a limited edition Game Boy Advance. It's a Platinum limited edition Game Boy Advance I have still in the box. I was going to turn it into an emulation device using a Pi Zero. And then I started looking at these handhelds, and I was like, oh shit, for like the same amount of money and no building required, I could pretty much play everything I was going to play on that anyway. I think Pi could play PlayStation 1 pretty easily. Okay, well, now that I've nerded out, any questions, thoughts, concerns? If you need help finding one, I've been looking, listen. It's broken now. I could show it on stream tomorrow. I could close it up. I had a clamshell 3DS looking Android device called the GPD XD. I had the Pro model of that. I got that shit in 2016 and I spent like 2017. I spent like $200 on it. And nothing has truly topped that until like this year. But the problem was that like it was price prohibitive. Like it was like $260 for like the price kept going up and up because it really didn't have any good competition. Now it's like a piece of shit. It shouldn't cost that much. But I mean, it was like 3 years ahead of its time. Like it didn't have any real competitors in terms of processing power until like 2019. mid 2019. So I played the fuck out of that, and I would come on the stream and be like, oh yeah, I was playing on my Android device. I used to say that all the time. I was playing Fire Emblem, and then one day it just broke after like 3 years of use at the beginning of the pandemic. And I was like, fuck, that was not good. And so I was in the market, but I didn't want to spend that much money again because it was outdated. But it was still like the most powerful. But there are things that were like only a little bit less powerful and a lot less expensive. It's just I was like, fuck, I want the same amount of power, but I don't want to spend that much money again. This comes out, it's way more horsepower than that. So I was like, all right, I'm going for it. I'll show that on stream tomorrow. I'll close it up because I had to open it up to see if I could fix it. And I wasn't able to, unfortunately. Because if I fixed it, I probably wouldn't have gotten the Odin. I would have just kept playing on that. That played up to Dreamcast. Played Dreamcast flawlessly. Played, it will probably play PS2 a little bit. Way ahead of its time, but the Android version on it is like Android 4 or some shit. Oh, the other thing about the Odin... Let me just pull this out of the super dock. The other thing about the Odin is that... Is anybody talking again? I'm so fucking tired right now. Okay, nobody's talking. The other thing about the Odin is that it's also capable of running Windows 11 on it. So, I might try and see if I could dual boot between the two. No? Okay. I might try and run Windows 11 on it as well. I've been seeing some videos. It's actually impressive what it can do. But it's not built for Windows 11, so it's not like going to be like a Steam Deck or anything. But it does a decent job. So I'm interested in testing that out. I'll show off the GPD. I'll show it off next stream. It's just got a bunch of loose screws and something burned out in it, and I was never able to fix it. That was one of the saddest days because I played that every day before stream. Like, but this is when I had a regular 9 to 5, except it was like, I don't know, 9 a.m. till like 11 p.m. for no reason. When I had a regular job, I would just come home and not do anything extra. I would just play that until stream time. So while I was digesting dinner, and then come on a stream and play console games instead of emulation stuff. I think it died like right before Animal Crossing, so like it was like right before Anna started watching the stream. I'm pretty sure it was like right before the pandemic or super early in the pandemic. Saddest day of my fucking life, dude. I'm going to bed in like... Do you miss that? Do I miss what? The device? Because I've said it like 100 times. Is that what you're saying? Oh! I got knocked into a load screen. What was I doing in this game? I have to go to the two different towers, right? Come back later. Do I miss what, Anna? Animal Crossing? Do I miss the device? Coming home and doing nothing? Oh, that's actually a good question then. No. I was just wasting my life. forgot where I was supposed to go. The music's good. Well, doing things you enjoy. Do I miss doing things I enjoy? Coming home and doing things I enjoy? Well, let me put it this way. It felt like a waste of time because I would go to work, do things I didn't enjoy for 8 hours minimum, and I would be really tuckered out afterwards. And then I would just come home super tired, and I would play the games not to enjoy them, but because it was like an escape. It was like, okay, I had a long day. I just want to like sit here and play something I'm familiar with. That's why I would play Fire Emblem. And it just felt like, I don't know. I would just be so tired, and then I would only stream because it was like, the streaming was like the spark. Like, that was like, holy shit, I'm doing something. Really, like, making somebody else money is... making somebody else money and not feeling like accomplished. It makes me so sad thinking about it right now. Because it's like, what are you doing? Work, pay bills, 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 and eventually you die. Right? Like, that's what it felt like. I know that's not what it is, but it's like always looking forward to the weekend for, like, I don't know, to just avoid work. Really, that's what I liked about the weekend. I was avoiding work, and sometimes I wouldn't even get to avoid work. I would work overtime. You know, I didn't mind it so much when I was like 24, 25, because it kind of gave me like structure. But I hated like being told you have to stay overtime, you have to work these hours, you have to clock out at this time and take a lunch, you have to do that, you can't say that, you can't do that. So like, having the job was great because I had money, it gave me structure. I was very secure, but I wasn't fully satisfied. That print shop job was like the perfect time because before that job, the only thing I had really felt good about was I was a good student. I was the best student at my school, like, right? To put it in blunt terms. I knew how to like take orders and do them and listen to, like, be obedient. I knew how to do that very, very well. Do things on time, assignments, not get in trouble. I was very good at those things. And then when I left work, or when I left school, it was just empty. I was like, holy shit, I've spent like 13 years of my life. I spent 13 years of my life just like doing something that felt meaningless when I got to college. And in college, I was just like, just trying to enjoy myself, and you know, it was very toxic. And then when I left the workforce, or left college for the workforce, like, I was very depressed because it's like, I had no structure. Now what? I have to be an adult, but what does that mean? I didn't know shit, dude. And are they not killable? Oh, I guess not. So that job at the print shop where we got to be assholes and have fun, but also I learned skills. The only time I ever felt that was being a good student and teaching myself photography from 2010 onward, just being self-taught. Photography really gave me a structure in life. It gave me something to like look forward to, and it gave me an outlet and I'm completely self-taught, right? I didn't go to classes, I didn't take any lessons. I did a lot of experimenting to learn the very fundamentals, and then I would just every night, when I was tired from school and I finished my work for college and I wasn't socializing, I would just sit there for hours on YouTube looking at other people, what they do with their camera, how do they make videos, what kind of settings, what do you do in this situation, learning very specific things about photography, reading articles, learning about gear. So really the photography got me through those times when I was alone, because I was always so scared of being by myself, which is like a scary fucking thought. I don't know. Can I not kill these guys? They're level 20. Fuck. Oh, I need to go to the east and west gate. So photography was a lot like when I would come home and do something I quote unquote enjoy. I would do that in my free time. And during fucking college classes, I would like just read about cameras. Oh shit, this camera's coming out soon. What Sony got in store for us now. Oh, mirrorless cameras. Like, I always had an excuse to just avoid the pains of the world, right? The pains of the day. Uh-oh. And that's basically what it was when I got to work. It was just be obedient, do a good job, don't fuck with other people's money, pay your bills, go home, and do something to distract yourself from that shitty job. Even if it was a cool job. That print job was really good because it did give me structure. It really helped me learn a new skill that I hadn't felt like since photography. I got really good at print stuff. Like, I know very detailed things about like print and print papers and you know, like vinyls and cutting and very specific things that I won't use outside of the print shop, which is exactly like school. I don't use anything from school very specifically like that. I only learned it for the job. And once I became like a master of that, that's when I started like feeling I need to get on with my life. But it was good to experience that because I thought I was done for. I was like, I'm smart, but for what? I'm just wasting my intelligence. Dude, I can literally not work for the next 2 days and call the car people every 5 minutes if I want to. That's the fucking level of freedom I have right now. That to me is, I'm doing something I enjoy. I'm like, I get to take photos. That's fucking sick. I get to do that all day. It's fucking cliche to say, oh, do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. No, I'm working really fucking hard. I'm working probably harder than most people do at their jobs. But at least I don't want to come home and be depressed, right? Like, I don't consider dark thoughts. Not as much, you know? Like, to me, it makes me really sad to think that I was so sad about just living a fucking work, pay bills life. I don't think it's for everybody. A lot of people, I think people should stay in their lane. If they need the security, they shouldn't drop everything. But if they feel like suicidal because all they do is go to work and follow orders and come home and feel tired and just do do like watch a Netflix show, and then that's it. That's a good day for you. Like, and then the weekend, like talking to people, and then spending your time on the weekend, like for other people, like other people's like weddings and their engagements and their formal parties. You know what I mean? Like, none of this is bad, but you're spending your only free time on weekends filling it with other shit to do, and then Sunday night comes and you're not rested. Work and pay bills life is not worth living. You know, you say that, and that makes me like really sad, because I agree. It makes me really fucking sad to think that, like, it's so true. But, you know, like, my mom lived that life. She's very happy, very successful. She's retired. She did very well for herself for being someone who came to this country without knowing the language and stuff. That life worked perfectly for her. She would come home and cook. She wouldn't even like, and then she wouldn't watch like TV shows she wanted to watch. She would come home and cook, and then my dad would watch his TV shows, and she would be there either doing paperwork or, but it gave her, she needed that. Like, my mom always needs something to do. So to her, it's like enjoyment to just be productive. My sister's the same way. She doesn't have a full-time job, but my sister is so militant with always keeping busy. Sad that you agree with me. Not because it's you, but because it's sad that, like, I can't like talk someone out of that, because I don't believe that lifestyle is worth living. I couldn't figure it out. I would get to work at like, I got to work from 11 to 7 because I wouldn't take a lunch, and they let me get away with that for like a year and a half. I'd work 11 a.m. to 7, and what I would do from 7 to 8 was eat and shower or whatever, and then I would like watch YouTube for an hour or listen to a podcast, and then I would just sit at my PlayStation and play with my squad, play with Jack, Nick, Pang, and LT. This was like 2016, late 2016 and most of 2017. I would just play with them. So like I would do something to fill up the time until they got on, and I would just play, right? And then like the only other thing I would do is like, so if they weren't getting on, I would just be on like dating apps or on Facebook. And then I don't know, it was just stupid. It was fucking dumb. And then like I would just try and plan my weekends on like, you know, trying to get laid or something, or working overtime, because I was young. I was like willing to trade my time, my young time, because I had a lot of energy for more money. If I didn't have plans, if I didn't have a chance with the girl or something, or if I didn't have a chance to do something fun, I would just work overtime. And it was just because I was like numb, really. 11 to 7 is the worst shift. You think so? I don't know. I like waking up late, but the thing is that like when I didn't want to do it, waking up at 10 to get to work at 11, right? Like 10 would be the latest. I always want to wake up like hours, plural, before, at least 2 hours before I get to work. I would love that's ideal for me. But sometimes I just couldn't do it. I would just like stay up till 2 to like numb myself playing video games with the boys. Right? They got off at like 2:30, and that was a good night, like ranking up in Overwatch. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And then they'd all log off, and I'd be like, alright, I'm alone again. And then I would just like lay in bed. If I could go to sleep, I would have so many sleep problems. And then if I didn't want to go to work, Like, sometimes I would dread going to work, even though I really liked that job. It was my favorite job. Sometimes I'd be like, man, I don't want to fucking go in there. What is there to do tomorrow? Then waking up at 10 was like impossible. I would wake up at like 10:15. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get ready for work. I live like 5 minutes away because I moved into that apartment. Like, I literally worked to pay for insurance, car, apartment, food, literally just to pay those things, and then have a little bit of side cash for girls, friends, games. Right? I was literally only working to sustain what I had, not to build a future or anything. And you know, it was okay for a while, but I would just be like, man, I feel like I'm wasting time. And I would just, waking up for an 11 a.m. job was difficult when I felt that way. And sometimes I'd be so like depressed and anything would set me off. Like, if one of the guys that worked under me when I was the lead at the print shop, at the finishing department, if one of these guys annoyed me so much, if he said like one thing, I'd be ticked off for like an hour, and then I'd be like, what am I doing? Why am I being such a fucking bitch right now? And it was because I didn't want to be there, and so I was like projecting it onto others, right? One wrong thing, I felt this like sad and angry at the same time feeling, and then I realized like mid 2017, I realized like, man, what are you doing, dude? Why are you feeling this way? You like, it's not that complex. It's not a problem. And so that's when I really started working on myself. Like, I stopped doing it because, like, there was a period where I worked on myself for girls, and it was like, okay, well, at least that was productive. But then, like, I wanted to work on myself for myself. So then I lived in that apartment. It was a very nice apartment, very expensive, just so I could be close to work, so I could work at, like, on a drop of a dime. And I could just come home, have PlayStation and internet, and play that with the boys. Like, you know, it like hurts to remember all this shit. And so like, even when I wasn't alone, it was lonely to live that life. You stare at rack too? I usually work, come home, cook, and then just stare at the ceiling for hours. What do you mean stare at the ceiling? Oh, like you have trouble sleeping? So the one thing that came out of all this was that I hit like such a depressive point. Mid 2017, I was like, man, fuck this. I'm not going to be sad anymore. And so I was maintaining that job, and I was having like emotional fluctuations. Sometimes I'd be like, fuck, I don't want to go there. And I'd be mad at people for no reason. I'd be sad. Like, I'd be so insecure if someone was like, hey, this order wasn't done right. And I'd be like, fuck, like, what do you mean? I did everything right. Like, it would just fuck with me, right? But then, like, I would start meditating, and I started getting better at catching myself. I'm like, stop being a bitch, dude. Come on. Step it up. Like, don't let this bother you, right? So, like, eventually it became, like, my day would be ruined for, like, the first hour of work down to, like, 55 minutes to 50 minutes to 45 minutes to 30 minutes to 20 minutes to 10 minutes to 5 minutes to 1 minute, right? Like, I was able to, like, change the length of the fuse. And then it became, like, at work, someone would be like, we need this done now! And I'd be like, chill, bro, I got you. Like, chill, I got this. And if it's wrong, you know, it happens. I was able to, like, bring myself to, like, a center point. And I was able to, like, I felt like I started thinking. And so, and by, what I mean is that, like, I was thinking about thinking. I was thinking about, this happened, and this triggered this emotion in me. I was able to think about that, as opposed to just, this happened, I feel like this. I was able to think, this happened, so therefore this, right? There was like this midpoint where I was able to stop. Okay, why am I feeling this way? Because this happened. And so the next time it happened, usually I would feel like this, but today I know that's what normally happens. I'm just going to try being neutral about it. And so that really changed my perspective on life. And so I started like being more meditative. I actually started meditating in the mornings. I started like journaling everything in the mornings. I would get up like 3 hours before work, do my push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks and shit. Write down the things for the week, starting from today. And then that's when I started getting like in this like money making mindset where like I started writing a book to sell about photography. I started coming up with ideas to make money. I started like taking on freelance gigs. And so like what I found was that like life was oscillating, right? And the oscillations at first were super high, super low. I'd be super happy hanging out with friends, super low doing homework, super high, talking to this girl, super low, I have to stay up late doing this. And I'd be like super depressed where like I'd be taking a shower and I'd be like, thank God I don't own a gun, right? Like I would have like that kind of thinking. And then the oscillations became less extreme and I became more cognizant about things, right? And so like I was less manic depressive. And I feel like now, like my biggest weakness is when I'm really tired, I'm very much like either having a manic episode or depressive episode, but I'm very aware of it. So like what I do is like I'll talk to someone about it, like, or like I'll mention it, or I'll be like, yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep, so I'm not feeling happy right now, or I didn't get a lot of sleep, and like right this stream I'm talking a shit ton, I have a lot of energy when I should be really tired. That comes from like not having the base to my life. I'm just fucking rambling. Sometimes, at least I have my classes and hope for being a future mad scientist. Otherwise I would just be working and paying bills. Yeah, you definitely need something. I have a ton of games to play, books to read, movies to watch, and I literally do nothing. But you feel tired, right? And you're unproductive. I know for me I was just worn out when I got home. Part of me playing games is like because I want to go through my backlog. I don't feel unproductive playing games on stream. I really don't. Even though I'm not like making a shitload of money, or I don't feel, because it's almost like a personal project and I could like filter out my thoughts and vocalize everything, because I live alone, so I can go days sometimes without saying a word in real life, But with stream, I feel like those days are very rare now. I think that's super fucking cool. I'm reading through them slowly. Where did you find the freelance gigs at first? So when I lived in Gainesville, it was mostly word of mouth at first. I did graduation shoots mostly, and then I worked for organizations where they had like events, and I would do that for free at first. And then people would like, they'd know, okay, he does this for this organization, maybe he could do it for our party or something. Or so then I did a little bit of Craigslist stuff, and that was like super sketch. People don't want to pay money. I wasn't that good at the time. Super insecure. I took too long on a lot of projects. And then when I got really good at photography, when I started hitting like this point where I was good and I knew I was good, around 2014 and 2015, I knew I was good. Like, because what really got me was 2013. My girlfriend at the time, she told me, hey, this guy visited my class. He's a professional photographer. He's gonna have a talk. I was gonna go, but I was like, why would I want to go? So she gave me her spot. So I went, and that guy's talk, he showed me his photos, and I was like, I can reproduce that. And then he said something, and I was like, I understand that completely. And he would like reiterate, like slow it down, and explain it to everybody else. And I was like, why is he repeating himself? I get this. Do people not understand this? Right? It sounds really fucking arrogant, but this is just the gist. And then he explained like his journeys and some of the stuff he does, and like a lot of the shit was stuff that I wanted to do, and like technology that I wanted to do. He had some knowledge that I was like, this is something you only get from being in the game for years. And so I gained like a new confidence from seeing a working professional. I felt very much that I could go toe to toe with anything that he was doing. Like his portfolio he showed us was impressive, and I felt like I could replicate it. So to me, I was like, I haven't created that level of work yet, but I can replicate it. And so I started working for a magazine, and it was kind of like an outlet for me to go all out. And that's when I knew I was really good, because I was like, I know for a fact I could replicate this. And I proved it to myself. I was like, I'm going to do that one shot that this guy did. And I did it. And I would use the magazine as an excuse to try projects and try stuff. And I did like one of the best things I ever created was for the magazine, the cover. And it's very hard to reach that level. Like I was running on all cylinders to create what I created. And I look back sometimes like, man, I was good. Like sometimes right now, sometimes I'll be getting ready for a shoot, and then I'll be like, oh, I wouldn't have been that. Like I'll think back at something and like, oh, I was no good back then. But then I go back to that project, I'm like, no, I was fucking good. I might have been better than I am now. And so I have to step it up. Anyway, so after I finished with the magazine, I had a huge portfolio of work that was really, really good. And I took it to Thumbtack. Thumbtack is a site where you could hire professionals, freelancers. And Thumbtack was not big in Gainesville, Florida, where I was living at the time. And so within a year, I dominated Thumbtack. I got, I think, the highest number of bids. I got, and I was charging super low compared to what I should have been charging for the amount of work. And then I was able to open my own photo studio. And then so on Thumbtack, I had professional headshots. And I would advertise on everywhere that I could find. Facebook, I had my own Facebook page where I would pay for promotional advertisements. And people would come to the studio. And I would take these really professional headshots. And the reason why I knew I could do headshots was because for the magazine, we did a fundraiser where students could come in and pay $5 and get a professional headshot taken by me. And I got really good at setting up a very professional scene in under 10 minutes and banging out literally hundreds of headshots. We made thousands of dollars for our fundraiser. And so then I took that, and then I'm not going to charge fucking $5. I charged way more than that. And I was able to do it, and I was like, you know, because I had so much experience, I had so many repetitions. And so Thumbtack was the biggest spot. I became a Thumbtack pro. I was in the 99th percentile in my region for the amount of work and my ratings and shit. And then, you know, the summer was a lot slower, and I was like, I could take this to Orlando. And this goes back to my talk about oscillations. I hit a low when I left Gainesville. Because in a way I felt like I didn't make it. I felt like I had what it took to run my own business and all that. And I felt like, I don't know, I was just deeply depressed for no reason. So that's like 2016, and I was super depressed, and then I got that job at the print shop, and for some reason that fulfilled something in me that didn't exist, and it made me less depressed to work there because I was learning a new skill, and I didn't need to have confidence in my freelancing or anything to make ends meet. And so I got over that depressive slump when 2017 I started getting into meditating and stuff, you know, because the oscillation came back. I was up at the new job. I was getting a lot of praise for how quickly I was learning. I rose to the top in my department. I became the lead of my department like in record time. And then I just started hating it, and I just didn't want to go some days. And I was just like, man, I'm just working to pay bills. and come home and play PlayStation. I'm literally making enough to do everything because I have this expensive ass apartment and a car that I'm paying for and insurance, blah blah blah. So I was at a low, and then I went into teaching, hoping I would get a shot up, and I just went super low. I went further down than I had ventured before. And that put me in a dark place because I was like, this is it. This is like the oscillations. I'm going to fucking shoot up, and this is it. Like, teaching combines a lot of my passions and stuff, and it fucking sucked. And I had like a huge like revelation. I'm back at school. Like, I'm not even at square one. I'm at square zero. I was worse off than working at the print shop. When I was teaching, I was making more money, but I was way more depressed. And I never got sleep. I got like 1 hour of sleep every day for like 2 weeks straight. And then one Sunday I slept in on accident. I got behind on grading papers, and then I was fucked. I was always trying to catch up. So then I slept 1 hour a night every night. So I would go like 2 weeks with like 20 hours of sleep total. And I was a wreck, you know? I don't know. I don't have control over my emotions when I'm super tired. I get super depressed and shit. And so I was breaking down. I was the skinniest I had ever been, not fully because of health, right? I built up so much like understanding of good health 2017 to like 2018, and then I started teaching, like meditating. I had my teas. I was keto, which is debatable whether or not that's good health, but I was healthy according to my blood work. Healthier than when I started. I had a faster, I would run a mile faster. I had more push-ups than I had ever done. You know, like I was making progress and shit. And then I kind of threw it all away, and I was unhealthily losing weight as a teacher. I was really just living to die for other people. I was becoming a martyr for these kids. I cared about them a lot. Most of them didn't reciprocate, but there were a lot that were really cool. And I wasn't ready to be a martyr. I felt like I had reached, prior to becoming a teacher, I'd reached a level of thinking that I think now in terms of like being a realist and being able to think about the darker thoughts and like, you know, fuck this and fuck that. I'm able to say that at that point. So I said, fuck it. And I was officially worse off after being a teacher. I was below square zero. So then I started freelancing again, Thumbtack, but the market in Orlando is very different. And I used my portfolio to gain leverage and started getting gigs, but I didn't have a studio. And my competition was very different. The work was very different. So I was doing that to sustain myself until I got to another print shop job. And the print shop job, it paid okay. And it was nothing like the original print shop. And so I was very numb, but I was very much in control of my emotions and shit. So then I just started developing an escape plan. I started streaming. That got my confidence up for some reason when it should have shut me down. Because my first stream I was nervous, and that should have shut me down, but I was like so resilient at that point. I had been so low as a teacher, it was like, I'm not gonna go low again. I can't go low. Like, I can't go that low ever again. I don't know. Like, even Hartwell's death, which, by the way, yesterday was the anniversary of me getting Hartwell. It was our friend-iversary, I used to call it. Like, even his death was, like, didn't put me in his lowest state. Like, there's a level of resilience that I've built up that sometimes I look back and I'm like, where did I learn this? Where did I learn to get tough? But it's just an accumulation of just a bunch of little fucking nagging bites at my life. Just nonstop little shit fucking being flicked at me. You eventually harden up a little bit, right? So I did some freelance stuff before I went to that print shop job. At the print shop, I would do freelance stuff on my like 1 day off, basically. I was like, this job's not sustainable. So I kept doing it until the pandemic. That's what I was doing. And then the pandemic, I was on a contract where they paid me a certain amount to come in certain amounts of days and hours and shit. Because of the pandemic, they had one person running all the machines, basically. One guy could run that whole shop. And I only had to come in like once a week and do some shit online, set up some files at home for like an hour a day at most. And I was getting paid bare minimum as laid out in the contract, like. And so I started just devising the plan to freelance and shit. And sports worked out. And that's where I'm at now. So Thumbtack was probably the best spot, but that's the whole history of freelance. Thumbtack might be competitive for web design, but for New York, I don't know. My cousin does web design. I can ask him. I don't know what I want to do. Well, what do you need to do first of all? Maybe create apps? Is that what you're taking classes for? Were you concave skinny? What do you mean by that? I was just losing weight for unhealthy reasons. Just because I wasn't able to eat. I wasn't able to get home and cook for myself. And I would bulk cook meat, and sometimes I fucked it up. And that would mean I didn't have time to cook for the rest of the week, and I wouldn't go home and eat because I'd be so fucking tired. I can't eat that late. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello? Like hugging. I wasn't scary skinny. I've never been scary skinny. I just wasn't healthy the way I was losing weight is all I meant. I was as skinny as I had been. And then the next time I was skinny was at this second print shop. I wasn't skinny. I was actually pretty fit. And I had this confidence that I really shouldn't have had. But I mean, I still have that confidence. It's just I was more fit. When I first started streaming, I was like not fat. And I would just talk shit to like some of my female coworkers and go on dates and with them and shit because I just had this confidence because I felt like I was in a good spot body wise at that point, and so I was like, man, why don't I just carry this level of confidence into other shit? And so that's when I was like, I'm gonna devise a plan to get out of this shit. And the pandemic really gave me a good excuse to do that. My friends, you can feel their spine sticking out. Yeah. Right now I'm fat, and it's just because I need to be better at time management. I need to be better at time management. There's a lot of issues I need to iron out. I'm not taking the time to cook and eat healthy like I did when I really got into that shit. I'm worrying about maintaining business and shit, among other things. My perspective on it is all so different. Like, when I'm stressed now, it's not like sad stress like I used to be. For juicy people, juicy women can be really good. I just feel like I get out of slumps quicker and easier. I just have like I have a set point where I'm like, that's enough. You know what I mean? So as tired as I am right now, as pissed off as I am about the car, stressful as this week was, to me, it felt pretty good. You would like sausages? How long have you been there, Curry? Were you listening this whole time and not saying anything? What's the name of the device that I showed on stream about an hour ago? You missed out on a fucking doozy tonight. A bunch of random shit. What's the name of the device, Curry, before I show you? Before I spoil it. Woke up a while ago, not long ago. Oh, you missed a doozy on this stream. I really went in depth on my new toy. It's a little warm. It's downloading Genshin right now. I put it back in the super dock. It's not going in nicely. Probably because I still have the plastics on. There we go. Cool Game Boy, dude. Now it's in the super dock. Not plugged in, though. You missed out. Everyone was impressed. You might want to buy one for yourself, bitch. Who in stream is considering one now? I'm so upset. I wasted all that energy talking about that, and none of you guys were here except for the fucking senior citizens in my chat. Me? See? Look at that. What a beautiful, beautiful woman right there. I would if I had an endless supply of cash. See? There's a decent, upstanding, kind of okay person. I'm interested. See? There's a nice, curly-headed fucktard. Other things I need to be buying first. Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't have this if I didn't... It literally dropped at the perfect time. I had so much disposable cash when they announced the Indiegogo. I bought that frame one. I would not buy it today with all the car shit. It'll be around. I'm sure version 2 will be better. I'll sell you mine for $500. Should be getting your work bonus. Oh shit. Yeah, I have to pay taxes, so once I get my car fixed. Oh boy. Wait, what? All damage times 9,999. My car's paid off in June. That's also the fucked up thing, is that my car is paid off in April. My car is going to be paid off in April completely. And now it's just a fucking giant paperweight. Maybe I'll buy one for Honey, and maybe he'll buy one for me. Buying gifts for other people with the hopes of getting it back. Getting something like it back. Interesting. Our birthdays are 2 months apart. Oh shit, exactly 2 months apart? So he's either July 4th or what? Oh god. How do I play this game? Oh, they're all level 30. I'm out. Who gets who, the light version? Can you imagine he gets you like a fucking... He's like, I got you, I got another Raspberry Pi. So he's either July 4th or... It's 2 months before May. March 4th? Oh. Okay. Maybe I'm under-leveled. March. And my dad's birthday is March 7th. So I can imagine the type of shithead you're dealing with. Nope. The rat is dark damage, I think. Holy shit. Light damage. Fuck. Okay. He's definitely a shithead. Damn, Anna be rolling her eyes at her man. So goddamn much. He just said, "What are you looking down at me for?" You're looking down at me for, twerp. Over 300 boss kills. Any random like you just gonna nice good number whenever they want. This game was definitely written by Curry. Just working in the shitty weather? Shit. Okay, I'm not gonna switch. I got a good night of sleep tonight. But I might purposely ruin my good night of sleep so I can get up early and call the car repair people first thing in the morning. I'm fucking determined. If anything, I've never been more driven in my life. I'm so fucking angry. Sometimes anger is the one thing that drives me more than anything. What the fuck? Scarred by monsters. So I got this mess in the first place. That's no ordinary wand. We could help each other. Before you say no, let me repair that wand of yours. Half a capacity. Don't move. Alright. Customize with abilities from other forms? Oh shit. Try customizing your form. Press tab. That's a no-brainer. Sorry for yawning. Wait, not try custom uniform, but oh, isn't that what it has right now? What about oh, there are more? No. Oh, I see. So I can grab. Oh, okay. Oh. I need dark abilities though for this tutorial. So then W. What? Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna do arrows. Interesting. That's pretty sick. It's a neat little game. Marty Joe, huh? Gotta get going, guys, with the Z. Alright, man. Have a good night. Take it easy. It's just a rock. It's a boulder. I'm busy. Alright. Oh, fuck. And do you ever write stuff down? Like any ideas you get or things you need to do, things you want to do? Oh, nice. That sound was the sound of uTorrents. And I'm gonna say every blank of a blank called Dreamcast is now on my hard drive. Take it out of your mouth. If you stick your face in, it leaves an imprint for a bit. I feel woozy. So they just say the same thing no matter who you talk to. I make to-do lists at work, but that's it. Fuck! I was trying to hit, not talk. I've shown you, like, what... Is this the one? No. Remember I showed you a list of, like, all the things... On that list, I would write down, like, any ideas. And, like, some of those ideas have become money makers. Like, real estate photography, I just started fucking going to all my dad's construction sites, taking photos, and I was able to build a small portfolio to reach out to established businesses. And I was going to start, like... If that didn't work, I was going to go to realtors and try and sell myself as a freelance photographer. But then I found this agency. I was like, that's nice, because now I don't have to worry about two businesses. And that all started because I wrote down, like, what else could I do with my camera that isn't as crazy time-consuming as sports, right? Or running a studio or something. So if you don't know what you want to do, the two things that I would think of is to put aside at least like 30% or more. A lot of last year, I don't have talents though. True. That's not important. It doesn't have to be talents. But you are a woman. You have talents because you are a woman. Majestic Tower. A lot of last year, 2021, anytime I made money from freelancing, I put half of it into savings. And it got me like... So basically I was living paycheck to paycheck, but I had a shit ton of money. But because the money was put into savings and I wouldn't see it right away, how much I had in savings, I would feel this pressure like, okay, don't overspend. right? I would budget still despite having way more than I needed at times. And I felt this pressure like, okay, I'm about to run out of money if I do that, and I shouldn't buy this needlessly. And so I was able to put aside money. I think this year I'm going to go down to 30% after I get all my car shit fixed. But having that money aside I was able to jump headfirst into getting a drone and doing all this shit that would help me get into real estate. And then it helped me fund items that I could use for other projects for my sports photo business. Right? So saving the money is big, and then when you figure out any little thing you want to do, you could turn it into something, right? So you probably don't know right now, but it doesn't have to be a skill. It could be something that other people don't want to do that you don't mind doing, that you like doing. Like my sister would babysit for a while because she was a stay-at-home mom. She made a lot of money from family and friends. It's not really a talent or anything, but she was good at it. She's good enough to human. Of course I am a humanoid human. I swear on my 4-chambered heart I could prove it. Alright, I can't prove it. I'm not actually human. Disexophrosilator. How can we recognize each other now concealed in these masterful disguises? My anguish gland is full. If you see someone you are absolutely sure is not an earthling, tell them to meet me at our ship. The only extra... Yeah, you were doing that bake thing. I will journey there now bipedally. Our fate is in your hands, Earth Dweller. This game was definitely written by Curry. Holy fuck. Oh, I could buy new abilities. New passives. So weed brownies, there you go. Successful business. Yeah, Joe Rogan's in Texas. You can make a shitload off of him. I know my mom told me to bake stuff Valentine's Day, but I don't feel like it. Well, yeah, motivation's a bitch too. UFO somewhere to the north. Well, oh, it's a slug. Greetings, adventurers, wayfarers, and other non-league entities. Goobert of the North New League of Wizards. I'm gonna cake for honey, but that's it. A whole ass cake? You also have to put yourself there. That's pretty stressful. Maybe you should just give up. You know, Curry brings up a good point. He's such a shithead, but really is making a strong case. He's gonna eat the whole cake. You need to tell him to eat all of it in one sitting. Tell him he can't get up till he finishes eating. At least the ceiling will call your brownie shitty. That is true. Jesus, what's the imagery here? Fuck yeah. That's why I do it. Are you scared of judgment? Is that actually a thing? Hey. Let me tell you something. My aunt made a shitload of money doing photography. She doesn't know shit about photography. She would give them so many blurry photos to her clients. She likes to pretend she knows cameras. She doesn't know shit. She still shoots in auto. Sometimes you just gotta, like, not give a fuck. I learned that lesson from her. She fucking sucks. And then I'm out here worrying about, like, very specific issues with, like, white balance and shit. I'm spending like 30 minutes on one photo and I'm like, wait, what am I doing? These people don't know shit about what's good. Listen, put a shitload of sugar in it and fucking give it to the people. That's what they want. Or else. Massive rotten pumpkin to the east. Okay. It's probably a level. Good Baker just lacked motivation. But what do you think is the source of the motivation? Do you think it's just the amount of work? Or are you just tired? Maybe we just need new recipes. Yeah. Also, you have to factor in cost of electricity to bake and the cost of materials. Also, not being able to taste. Well, that's a big one. Yeah, I get it. Shortcut unlocked. So there's a merchant outside of every dungeon. I really didn't make progress, but I understand the game better. Sir Pumpkin. Okay, actually defeat them all at once. Another style how you can defeat the bosses for a week. I'm excited about food. Can't take. Ugh. What? Hello? Is that the elite monster? It is. Music in this game is excellent. Interesting. It's almost like Dark Souls. Oh god. What game should I put on my Odin first? Besides Genshin, of course. I think I'm gonna set up tomorrow. I think I'm gonna set up Game Boy Advanced. It's one of my favorite systems of all time. Dude, Game Boy Advanced. I just got all that fucking Dreamcast. I'm not too excited to try Nintendo 64 right now. Definitely Game Boy Advance. I'd say Dreamcast. Minecraft, maybe? You're a little bitch, you know that? Although this thing could definitely run Minecraft very easily. Probably run Doom on it. Yeah. Probably. I think I'll set up Steam Link. So now I have Genshin fully downloaded. Oh, it might take a while to load the first time. I know it did on my phone. Can you get Game Pass on it? Yeah. So Game Pass and Steam Link, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try and play Dark Souls via Steam Link tomorrow. And for my brother, I told him I'd put PS2 games on his Retroid Pocket, so I'll probably get Final Fantasy X, and I'll probably get Kingdom Hearts for him. Good night, y'all. Good night, Anna. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put Game Pass on it. I've been playing Hades pretty much, well, not so much this week, but I pretty much played it every day until this week. This week I only played it like twice. That's such a fun game to pick up and put down. So good. Oh god, that did a lot of damage. I could play this on it. Isn't that sick? I could literally just play this because it's Game Pass. It's poisoned. I'm excited. Oh shit! I didn't even realize. Oh, Chongyun! Oh, but I have to map the buttons and shit. It's a little blurry. Let me see. Now I'm Gene! Alright, I definitely have to shift the settings because it's choppy as fuck. Control type, touch screen, camera sensitivity. Graphics. Wayo. Turn off motion blur for sure. Turn off bloom. Anti-aliasing. Sure. Crowd density. I'm not gonna be doing co-op on this. Render resolution. See what high looks like. Alright. It's a little bit choppy right now. I'll give it a chance to load in everything properly. I could also, like, boost the fan on this to increase performance. How do I do that? Oh, brightness? Damn, that's so cool. Lower the brightness. Speed up. Damn, I'm sleepy. Screen mapping. AFK mode. Damn, this actually plays about as good as on my phone. Okay. Wow. I wish you guys could see this. But you can't. So why don't you buy your own, bitch? So let's change the graphics. I want more frames. Really impressive. Alright. I'm like, my eyesight's getting blurry. I'll come back to this game. You ran out of premium stream? What do you mean premium stream? Oh, you got an ad? Shit. So what are you saying? You're not a sub anymore? You're sad about that? You can't do this little thing. You can't do that. You can't do the Logan. You can't do the Raccoon 92 Logan Pog Magoo. Is that what you're saying, Curry? Do you want to do? Wait, you still can do it. What the fuck? What do you mean premium stream? How can you still do it? Wait, how come you can still do it? Let me refresh. Maybe only I can see it. How can you still do it? You're not a sub. What? Are you getting ads? Make me that money, bitch. Oh, Necromancer. Yep, getting ads. But why do you still have Raccoon 92 Logan Pog Magoo? System's fucked. There you go. No more ads. I just use the ad money. Swinging talent. Baddies, push yourself towards them. You're a fucking moocher, you know that? Oh, I got the horse! Oh, thanks. Yeah, you're welcome. I didn't know it was possible. I was just testing it. It worked. So congrats. Showing my mustache hairs. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up, I think. Quit. Oh, I need to leave the dungeon, huh? Let me leave the dungeon. Did the game just get louder, or is it just me? Nice little shortcut, don't you think? Should I do Dark Souls 3 tomorrow? Should I do Dark Souls 3, or should I continue to play this game? Or Bloodborne. I can go back to Bloodborne and keep my playthrough. But I have until the 25th to beat Dark Souls 3. And this month is supposed to be kind of crazy. Dark Souls 3 sounds like fun. Alright. There you go. It's been decided by my one and only sub on stream. Alright. Thanks for stopping by. I think I'm going to stream again tomorrow. I'm really burned out, but I get to sleep in. Though I think my anger is going to make me wake up early and fuck with the car people until they get my car fixed. So we'll see how that goes. But tomorrow I have a basketball game, and then... or today, rather. Shut up, Curry.